Hey now.
Hey.
Fred just informed me that
Hey now.
when we went up to Connecticut Saturday night for all of us to eat dinner, he said that behind... Well, what did you say?
It was literally a table like right behind you, directly behind you. You guys were having a discussion about stuff that had been like, excised from the show or edited or things that were found too dirty. And I guess it was a little too loud for them. So I guess they finally complained to the management, and the management came over and picked them up and dragged them upstairs. But one guy stood up. He was dressed exactly and looked like Ted Baxter from Caddyshack. I don't remember the guy's character. The guy said, Bushwood, dump, threw his napkin on a table.
Judge Smells.
He said the guy gave us a dirty look.
Oh, really?
I thought he was going to come over and give everybody a dressing down, but then he thought better of it and just decided to go upstairs.
I didn't see any of that going on.
Funny.
I didn't see it either, but I know what we were talking about.
What?
You were talking about some unedited shows that you might want to show somewhere. We started going through a list of anal ring toss, and then we started getting more descriptive. We were being a little loud.
It was great.
We'd had a few drinks by then.
Yeah.
And I guess that was all going on behind our head. I didn't see it.
It's like, oh, yeah, remember when we took the stick and put it in the...
I didn't see it until the guy got up, and I swear, he looked like he was... I'm going is there going to be an incident here?
And then we were talking about the sisters and all kinds of crazy positions and things that we couldn't talk about on the air.
Yeah, maybe we were loud. I
You're
don't
not
know.
used to that in Connecticut.
Well, you know what? You stick 10 people at a table, a big round table, you can't hear each other.
We would like a table away from those people.
In fact, Mr. X said that was the most obscene conversation I've ever heard.
Really? And it shows you I'm so unaware. I was like, we didn't talk about anything dirty. My sense of community standards is different. Hey, here's a point Benji brought up about the FCC. And
What?
he's actually kind of right. So these fines we got while we were away on vacation, $450,000. So some lawyer evidently in Miami listens to the show every day and then files against us, which is his right. I don't care that he does it. I mean, he's absolutely entitled to do that. I just think we should ignore it. So they fined us so the guy who heard the shows was in Florida. Mm-hmm. And then the FCC goes ahead and fines you for every market we're on. Now, if no one else complained in all these other markets, and since it's based on listener complaints, why then do they fine you in other markets for the broadcast? Nobody complained.
Oh, well, if they find it obscene, I guess they can say, well, it was obscene everywhere.
No, but it's based on community standards. So the community in Florida can't handle it.
Mm-hmm. Well, these are all arguments you should be able to have in court.
Oh, yeah, I'm never going to get to court.
There is no hearing.
There's no court, baby. I'm, of course, talking to... I wasn't calling you baby. I was calling Artie baby.
Oh,
no.
Thank you.
I'm actually calling Karina Taylor, who... I forget how good-looking you are. You're cute.
Thank you.
Wow. Oh, whoa.
Whoa.
And she sounds cute, doesn't she?
How old are you?
Thank you. 12.
No, come on, how old are you, really?
24.
24.
I had a birthday
Oh, did you?
since last time I was on.
Yeah, you're real hot.
Thank you.
I gotta watch your porn. This is a porno chick. And by the way, you'll be out of business soon, too. John Ashcroft's going after
Coming
porn.
after you.
Yeah, that's what I heard. And I think they should leave you alone because the radio would not be the same without you, and they know that.
Well, you look good to me. Stand up. Let's show everyone what you got.
Yeah, let's both stand up and see.
Let me see something.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at
Look at
that
those pants.
Turn around. Look at that. What is that? Your thong sticking out of your pants? That is the hottest thing ever.
I love that.
You are a hard body.
See the top of the thong.
Where'd you grow up?
In Arkansas.
Nice. Man,
Isn't that where John Ashcroft is from?
Probably.
you
Wouldn't
must
doubt it.
you must have been the talk of the town, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I still am, kind of.
I bet. I bet you're famous.
Your parents have to go live in that shame. You like in the porno industry? Do they get like the people they must lay a trip on them over that?
They could care less.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
They care less.
My parents care about everything. My parents care if I don't clip my toenails.
Oh, well, my mom cares about stuff like that, yeah, but about the porn thing, no.
She didn't care. That's okay.
She's worried about your toenails, but not the porn thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Do they watch your movies? They can't do that.
Yeah, she does. They
Oh.
What about your dad?
do. Actually, it's my stepdad, and he does too.
Oh.
Yeah.
He watches your porn? That's kind of creepy.
Yeah. It's totally, out of, appreciation.
I was watching those
Wait a second.
AVN awards the other day, and they had, a mother was sitting there next to her porn star daughter and clapping when she won her award for
Wait a
best
second.
anal.
You're telling me for best anal? That's nice. You mean to tell me your stepdad watches it out of appreciation?
Yeah, I mean, they're...
Appreciation of what?
Let me ask you something. You think he's hot for you or what?
No.
But he's watching your porn.
Yeah, but with my mom, because she'll grab at him if he doesn't.
Do you think he gets excited during it?
No, not at all.
Are you sure they don't do something with each other while watching this?
Oh, I'm sure they.
Hey,
would do that.
let's do everything our daughter is doing.
Right.
Have either of your parents ever been on set?
Wait
no,
a second.
they haven't. Actually, my mom is ill. She has, she has a brain tumor, and she's gonna probably have radiation on it. So it wouldn't matter what I did.
My thoughts are with her.
She would totally support me.
Let me ask you something. You mean to tell me when, I'm sorry to hear your mom's not well now, but I'm saying when your mom was well, her and your stepdad would sit there, like, where would they watch your porn? In the bedroom?
I don't know. I was in California. They said it's the next best thing to having me there.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And then, like they just, like porn gets you excited as a guy, so...
Yeah, that's what you make it for.
Has your stepdad ever, said, hey, that's pretty good...
Not at all.
I got to get some of your videos. 'Cause you look good to me.
Thank you.
Some chicks in porn... I watched a porn the other night off of movies on demand, porn on demand, or whatever, man. Some of the chicks were real skanks.
Really?
I mean, I ordered a movie. It said hot teen nymphs or something.
Actually, I'm in the preteen series. I'm in.
Are you?
No.
I got to get that.
Stop it.
Do you have a specialty, or you just do regular? Like, do you do guys? Do you do girls, or do you do other specialty things?
No. I do guys and girls.
You're all around.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It can be.
But I don't know. These chicks were so skanky.
That's not the good stuff you watch.
Like, I don't know, when a chick's having sex and you've seen, her belly flop around, that's just not... you can't be a porn star.
You shouldn't even film that.
You should have to work out.
Actually, I think you can, because even in my state in Arkansas, where there's a lot of what I like to call the Walmart fat people.
Yeah.
They appreciate the chicks with the flapping belly.
No, they don't. I'm a dude, and I'm telling you, I want to see fantasy. And it's like, first of all, some of these chicks have a face looks like a man. They stuck a man's head on a body.
Yeah.
Like, you got a nice feminine face, pretty lips and eyes. You got a nice body.
You've seen this stuff he's talking about, huh?
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it all in California.
You look real good.
Thank you.
Well, at the AVN Awards, it's only beautiful girls. That's all I saw there.
This chick's gonna... Are you a high-paid porno chick?
Yeah, my rates have gone up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since the show? So you owe me one. You're going to have sex with me, you and your little friends.
In fact, this special, I was in London watching this special on the AVN Awards. Savannah was the big star of this special.
No kidding.
Yeah, they were following her through her whole AVN experience and her first winning of an award.
What did she win for?
Oh, God, I think she was best newcomer or something like that.
Newcomer. Super. Are you up for any awards?
Acting award.
I don't know. I'm so new. I don't know.
How long you been doing this?
Next year. Since October.
So you've agreed to go on a, let's call it, date with the winner of the Junk to a Hunk contest.
Right.
These guys have been trying to lose weight like crazy.
Right.
I know for a fact, Howard, one of the guys, when he started, he was really playing for the money because he had a girlfriend. And about 3 weeks into the competition, he lost a girlfriend. He's basically been just playing for her at this point.
Oh.
Yeah,
He'd been running around the treadmill looking for her.
You've been quite a motivator.
What do you think it is? Like, you could have sex with just any guy. Almost any guy. I mean, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, but this, and being that they're just regular guys and they're not in the industry, I agreed to do it because it was for you. So, this contest here.
I wish I could benefit so much.
Well, you could. If she agreed to do it for you, wouldn't you imagine she'd agree to do you?
Yeah. Yeah, you would agree to do me, I hope. Not that repulsive.
Not to me, no.
Well, thank you. Thank you. To most of America.
From others.
Yeah.
No, because I've grown up loving you, so.
Thank you.
Shh, don't say that.
Complete
Because
honesty.
it could be bad for us.
They can blame me for your life.
For my life.
All right, so far, this is the final weigh-in day. This is Tomas and Rob.
Yeah, we were just looking at those before pictures. We forget where these guys were when they started this contest.
They're competing for $10,000 provided by Bally Total Fitness and its new weight management program, 1-800-FITNESS. You can call them. And they do a great job. Oh, wow, look at the difference of these guys. How many weeks has it been, 6 or 7?
I think it's 7 or
9?
8.
9 weeks. Wow, you guys have... I realize I'm looking at the trainer. I go, man, you guys look terrific.
Yeah.
I realize I'm looking at the wrong guy.
I made that same mistake.
I did that once or twice.
Wow, what a difference. You dudes have 9 weeks. First of all, let me talk to Tomas first.
Morning.
Good morning. As of the last weigh-in, you had lost 72 pounds.
That's right.
I think he lost a lot since then.
And these dudes, let me tell you something. These were the kind of guys that normally would, like, you'd read about have to go get their stomach stapled and
Right,
stuff.
they were headed for getting the crane to take them out of the apartment.
You guys look like different human beings.
Thanks, man.
By the way, this is Karina, who you guys have been playing for 9 weeks. Not bad, huh?
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah.
Now, Tomas, did you rent any of her movies to see what you might get?
No, but I did check her out online, man. I did check her out online.
Super hot.
Look at Tomas's attitude has even changed.
Yeah, look at you all full of yourself.
Checking her out.
Tomas likes to get together with her stepdad and watch the film.
Right. In fact, the stepdad, maybe he'll join you guys on your
Give me a
date.
couple pointers, actually.
Yeah,
Right.
to appreciate the movies.
Well, let them see what they're playing for, Karina. Stand up so they can all... Take off that little jacket so they can see what he's playing for. You guys, look at this. That's insane.
Guys.
Am I crazy here or what?
Guys.
You're way hot. You ever work in a strip club?
Did I? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you were giving guys lap dances? Well, I should have been there for that.
Does Karina know she's good looking? She almost doesn't
She's
know.
very modest, isn't
Do you know
she?
you're
You know
good
you're
looking?
I think I'm okay.
Oh, you're real good looking.
Yeah.
Oh, she knows it. She knows it, and she's going to use it for all it's worth.
Oh, listen, look at the angry Artie has come out.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I've been drinking.
You mind going on a date with one of these two guys?
No, they look great.
All right. Well, here we go. Let me find out how Tomas did. Tomas, you lost up to 72 pounds. You started out at 423. Last time we weighed you, you were 351.
Yeah, you don't want those headphones in there.
Step on the scale. You now weigh...
What?
I'll give you the...
I got him at 330.
I got him at 329. Hold on. 329.
329.
I got 94 pounds.
Okay.
94 pounds.
Total 94 pounds you lost, dude. That's like losing a person.
Yeah, actually, it's very close to losing a person.
Congratulations. You going to stick with this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is just the start, man. I want to get down to like 250, so I have a long way to go, but this has definitely put me on the road. So.
Look at you. Your health must be better, too.
Oh, hell of a lot better, man.
Yeah.
Hell of a lot better.
I mean, this chick's actually looking at you like you're not hot. Hey, look at you before. There it is, right up there.
Holy crap.
Before.
Whoa!
Karina looked at it. She just turned away.
You got bigger boobs than Karina.
Really?
Yeah, you did.
All right.
Now, Rob, are you nervous knowing he's lost 94 pounds?
Yeah, I'm very nervous.
Rob, you look great, man. You look normal.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're looking good, dude.
You look good, dude.
Thank you.
You look downright handsome, if I may say so.
Thank you very much.
You going to stick with this? Or you going to run right out and start eating pizzas again?
No, I'm going to stick with it. I really like the workouts and everything. I got...
Sally's whipped you into shape, dude.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
I got
life
a real
out
good
there
trainer
waiting
here.
for you.
You almost look like the trainer now. So you guys are even starting to look alike. You could look like brothers.
He could do more than me right now.
Well,
Really?
They have the same facial hair. And
What do you mean he could do more than you?
He's on the elliptical for an hour and a half at a time.
Wow.
God, if I knew what an elliptical was, I'd really be impressed.
Those two look like twins now.
Is that a cross-trainer thing?
All right, dude.
Now,
Let's weigh you in.
Now, Howard, Rob, to tie this competition, he would have to weigh 241 pounds. And to win it, he'd have to be 240.
All right, so we're looking for 240 to win. Nothing to sneeze at. I mean, you weigh 253.
That's 82 pounds.
You lost 82 pounds, dude.
Rob, go back to the pizza.
No, stop
Don't.
it.
Now, you look
He
great.
looks really good.
Tomas is running around cheering in the back.
Did you move your bowels before the weigh-in?
I don't think he could go that much.
But how could you be bummed, man? Look at you. You look great.
That's big, moving your bowels, though,
And
before.
as we pointed out, everybody winds up a winner because you got your health back. Your life is about to take off.
Look at me before.
Wow, look at you before,
Yeah.
dude.
You won, dude.
You better keep going to Bally's, both of you.
Yeah.
Bally's better keep you guys on. You better keep them on retainer. Tomas, big win for you, dude. 10 grand. How do you feel?
I'm ecstatic, man. All I have to say is I give it all to
You're
Bally's.
ecstatic.
Ecstatic?
Oh, ecstatic. All right.
I owe it all to Kristen right here. She's an amazing trainer.
Yeah,
man.
both
I
trainers are
recommend
great.
it.
Don't try to
Cannot have gone
bang
with her.
Kristen.
Kristen wants to cry.
It's all part of a master plan.
Look at you.
Stop.
Yeah.
And by the way, the date with Karina.
The Jace.
Yes, the date. And also, could I remind everybody to go to canyoubeapornstar.com and vote for me, because the grand finale airs on April 29th on In Demand on pay-per-view, and there's 7 semifinalists, and I won for the 6th episode. And so there's 7 of us competing for a contract.
Can you be a pornstar.com?
Yes,
Yeah.
please, Karina, because porn needs more chicks that look like they're 12.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm all for you, honey.
See, guys?
Thank you. And they look great. Both of the guys look fantastic.
Tomas, you'll go on the date with Karina.
When is that date going to happen?
You want to plug?
No.
What are you plugging? You're getting 10 grand from Bally's, and you're getting a date with Karina.
I know, man. I just want to plug Uncle Joe's Bar, www.unclejoesbar.com, downtown Jersey City, 154 First Street. I'll be celebrating there later this afternoon.
Whoa. Drinking beers.
Celebrating.
No. Only one day.
Only light beer. Only light beer.
Dude, you'll be 500 pounds by Thursday.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you better stick with Bally's.
Oh, I plan to, man. I plan to.
Beer?
Been a long time since I had a beer, man.
I think they have low-carb beer now coming out with her. They're trying to.
You know, he doesn't need any carb.
He doesn't need any beer.
Yeah.
Right.
Low-carb beer. That sounds like fun.
You guys better stick with us. You look like human
Thanks,
beings again. Yeah,
No
good.
time to be taking a break.
All right, so now it's $10,000 from Bally. I want to thank Bally for doing this.
Sarah's here to
That's
present the
right.
check.
How you doing, Sarah?
I'm very well. How are you?
What's your job at Bally's?
I do public relations for Ballet. I work with John Harris.
Yeah, that's a good job, man. I tell you, doing public relations, I should have gone into that.
I know.
I'm
What are we
lucky.
doing?
I'm lucky.
Yeah, because what do you do all day?
I pitch different stories. Came to Gary with the first Ballet Challenge.
Yeah, you think up stuff, right?
Yeah,
I could do
yeah.
that.
And then you go out at night to celebrate.
Yeah, you know what?
All we do is just party all the time.
They do.
No,
They
of
have the
course
best job.
not.
They go all over the country, her and John, and they'll go to like they'll go to the Carolyn Ray show and say, let's get somebody to lose weight. And then they go, okay, and they do a whole program, and then they take Carolyn and the
It's
gang out
informative
for dinner.
content.
What do you get paid for a job like that?
Oh, enough. I'm very lucky.
You make more than 50 grand a year? Really?
Perhaps.
Yeah, that's a good job.
All I have to say is it's great to inspire others. And we're changing lives.
Wow.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Rob, you were a virgin before all this happened, and you're still going to be a virgin, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
But, you keep going. I think some girls are going to be interested.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I got to work on it.
I still think the jury's out on that, but I think that
You got to work on that rap.
Give him some encouragement.
you look. There's nothing better, Rob, than depressed drinking, and I'll do that with you at Uncle Joe's Bar later if you like.
Right.
No. They're both winners.
No,
they
they-
did a great job.
Well, I want to thank Bally Total Fitness. That's
Yeah.
great. 10 grand to my man over
Grand
there.
from Bally, you've been a great inspiration
Yeah,
for the last 9
congratulations.
weeks. Thank you. You've done a great job.
Thanks a lot.
What's he going to do with
You
$10,000?
worked really hard. You worked hard.
I don't even know, man. I didn't.
What aren't you going to do with $10,000?
By the way, Tomas, your check is made out of white chocolate if you'd like to eat it.
Yeah, Mike, you're on the air.
Hey now.
Hey, now.
Morning, how would you hook those two bastards?
Welcome back.
Real quick, I want to know if this girl Karina will show the loser what he's missing. If she's taking any articles of clothing off.
Now, what about getting naked, Karina? You never do that, do you?
Getting naked.
Yeah, come on. Show these guys.
You want me to show you my song?
Yeah, show us your thong at least, so the guy can eat his heart out.
Yeah, take it off and show it to us.
Right. Wow. Not bad.
Oh my God!
Oh, dear.
Look at that.
Impressive.
That's a nice butt.
Impressive.
Hey, Karina, throw a little this way.
Oh, my goodness, Artie.
I lost 9 pounds on Bally's about 2 years ago.
How about, hey, Karina, no luck on the rack? We can't see the rack?
On Iraq?
On Iraq. No, we're not doing
Any luck
that.
with Iraq?
I'd like to invade your
When I
rack.
get a rack, I'll come back and show it to everybody.
Why? You got small boobs, right?
Yeah.
A big deal. Who cares?
Yeah.
I love that.
Operation Invade Your
Yeah,
Rack.
but if they're on you now, they might get you for child porn if you show my...
We'll show them now so we have a before picture for when you come
Oh,
back.
my
What's going on under there? I like that. I'm not turned off by that at all.
I got a feeling we're going to walk by a hot dog stand later today, and the owner's going to have an enormous check in his hand.
$10,000 worth of hot dogs.
Let me tell you something.
Some guy paid me in check.
Make all the jokes you want. You boys owe a debt of gratitude to Bally's,
Bally's, yeah.
and you look great. And do we have any kind of consolation prize for Rob? What do you got? Got to give him something, like an Xbox or
Yeah,
something.
take it easy, Rob. We haven't forgotten you.
Okay, I'll give you $500, courtesy of the new film Kill Bill Volume 2, starring Uma Thurman and directed by Quentin Tarantino. Kill Bill Volume 2. You have to see what happens in theaters everywhere Friday.
Does
I
Rob
know.
get
What?
Does Rob get sloppy seconds?
No, Valley is going to hook him up with some nice prizes as well. Definitely.
I feel bad for Rob because he's never been with a woman.
Valley will hook him up with a couple Valley prizes. We were happy to be able to put up the money.
Great.
So.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right, so you'll be well taken care of. Both you
we'll
guys,
take care of him.
congrats, okay?
All right, thanks.
Hey, Howard,
Yeah,
you got any more of those $500 checks?
not for you.
Come on.
But you guys
Lose
should stay
80
in,
pounds.
you guys should stay in touch because we'd love to see you continue.
Maybe we should take Rob
To
to
lose
Vegas
weight.
with us and get him some.
Now, we'd like to see you actually gain all the way back.
Oh, come on.
That'll be funny. No, don't let it happen. All right, guys, thank
But
you.
Rob would be a nice candidate for Vegas, wouldn't he?
Go to Bally's if you want to get on this. And Karina, baby, you're looking real good. And thanks for doing this promotion. And what's the name of the website again?
CanYouBeAPornstar.com. Please go vote on April 29th. They're going to announce who gets the contract. And like I said, porn needs more chicks that look 12. I'm it. Please vote for me.
All right, yeah.
And thank you for having me here.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for helping out with the contest. You're quite a prize.
Howard, I think that you guys walk right over to the date, right? The date starts in a few hours?
I think so.
Wow.
I was wondering when the payoff
Or he
would,
could take the money and run. If I was a guy off the street, I wouldn't even bother with the chicken porn.
Really?
I'd take my money and run.
Well, he gets the money and you.
Well, you get both.
He gets both.
Why would he
Okay.
take? He's gonna take the money and you.
Don't try to talk us out of it.
You're thinking like a girl, Karina.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't understand something. You're in a thing called I Want to Be a Porn Star, but you're already a porn star.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk I've read on the internet about people, oh, well, these chicks, they already do porn. Well, yeah, I kind of thought that myself, so it is kind of...
What?
Oh, it's kind of, it's silly a little bit. Oh, they're going to kill me for saying that. Oh,
Well, what do you mean it's silly?
well, I mean, because a lot of us are.
I don't think guys who are into porn to the point that they're, watching you in a porn reality show even care if
That's
it's,
right.
you know what I mean? They just don't
I don't
care.
even care.
Yeah, your stepfather doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's in that group.
Yeah, how many times has he voted?
So what movie did your stepdad and your stepmom or your real mom watch together? Like what was the title of that?
Barely legal 30.
Barely Legal 39.
Yeah,
Yeah. And in that, are you with a girl or a guy?
both.
Both.
And I've never, gone all the way with a girl, but I did on that.
Right. And you liked it?
Yeah, I dove right in.
Wow.
I didn't care.
Or when you were with the guy, what did he like best? Did he say to you, did he critique and say, I think you were strong in this moment? Or
Well, I mean, probably when I was with the guy, because he was wearing a cowboy hat, and my dad is such an Arkansas
cowboy? So he said to you, hey, I like that he was wearing a cowboy hat?
Yeah.
I mean, did they sit down and discuss it with you and go, we're proud?
Or do they tell you what they like?
Well, I mean, they think it's great. I mean, my mom actually carries photos of me around in her purse, and she pulls them out everywhere, and she brags on me.
Photos of you naked?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I love the idea that they're looking at her in the porn and they said it's almost like it's just as good as having you here.
Right. It's like a family photo album.
Does your stepdad get mad if the guy banging you doesn't have a cowboy hat on, or does he have an open mind about stuff like that?
I don't know that because I know that's the only one that they've actually watched the whole thing.
Do they stay for the whole the final scene and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best
Wow.
part.
The whole thing.
You don't tune away
You
for
don't
that.
tune out before that. Happens.
Here comes the part I really appreciate.
Do they watch the whole tape waiting for you, or do they just watch your scenes?
No, actually, I know that they watched that whole tape.
Oh, they did.
They did watch the
Wow.
whole
The
tape.
barely legal tape.
Yeah, I
39.
guess so they could critique the other girls against how I was doing in my
And how did you do compared to the other girls?
Well, of course, my mom thought
Thinks you're the best.
Yeah. She's like, this is great.
Honey, I just want you to know, you excel at that orgasm thing. You really do.
You are
I really
so much.
believed it when you did it.
Right. Do you get really excited during the filming of those, or is it just sort of like not fake, but sort of like you have to put it on a little bit?
I don't. It depends on who you're working with.
And when you were with a girl, were you really into it, or was it just sort of like you have to?
Oh.
Wow. Fascinating.
Yeah.
I was going to ask her, so you did the first time you were with the girl was on film, but after that, did you like it enough to do it off film?
No, I've been in California ever since I've been doing that, and then girls back home I wouldn't touch in Arkansas. Not
Why?
where I live. Not in.
Why, they'll string you up, drag you up by your hair.
No, I personally, I don't like country chicks.
No, but let me understand something.
I agree.
So you've never had lesbian sex outside of a film?
Well, outside of messing around with a couple of girls growing up,
Oh.
you know.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, you tried it at home.
Yeah.
She had to get out of Arkansas, man. There was no way she was going to live there.
Right,
Yo,
you're
Howard,
wild.
I got a question, too. I mean, did you ever get, like, a bad touch where you ever molested?
No.
You never, like, woke up when we were sleeping in, the old man was kind of, like, snapping or anything in the dark?
My stepdad?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I don't believe it.
No.
I
Where's
believe
real
it.
dad?
No.
Where is your real dad?
Not. My real dad, he's with his new family, and they're like really religious, and they think they're better than me and everything. But that's fine because I'm religious too. Even though I do porn, I totally, I'm
How
a
was
good
your
girl.
Easter?
But when did he stop
My
talking to
Easter?
you?
No, actually, I want to say
Did you go to church?
yesterday.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. We were going to have Easter dinner, and then I had to fly out here, so we stopped
Right.
at the Waffle House by the airport and had an Easter breakfast together.
But when did your real dad stop talking to you? When you got into porn or way before that?
No, as soon as I turned 18, that was the last child support check. So the bill was gone. But I don't. It doesn't bother me. I don't care.
You never visited the...
I'm above people that think they're better than me because that's just.
Sounds to
it's
me like
not
you
me.
care.
I'm not like that.
I'll punish my father. I'll go into porn.
That's right. I'll show you.
I'll show you.
But did you visit that family when you were young? Did you have to be, do the visitation thing, running back and forth?
Oh, I saw him. Yeah.
Were you naked so much? Mike, you're on the air.
She's got such an innocent voice, Howard. It sounds so sexy. Sounds like she's a teenager, man.
Yeah, she does a lot of films where she pretends to be a teenager,
Oh,
which is
God,
really wrong.
I'd like to see her in a little ponytail.
She's got like little.
Hey, I've got two of them for you.
Yeah. So you
Handlebars.
pretend like in that handlebars.
Nice.
in that flick, whatever the
Barely legal.
barely legal.
39.
Like, what's the scenario? You like a schoolgirl in that, or what?
No, they made me a cowgirl.
You're a cowgirl.
Yeah, 'cause I'm from Arkansas.
And how old are you supposed to be in the film? 18?
Yeah.
Yeah,
18.
18.
Just 18. Yesterday.
And what happens? Some cowpoke comes along and gets you?
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm on a ladder at first, and that's where the girl is.
Right.
And then the guy, he's watching from behind, and
He
then
jumps in
comes
on the
he
two of you?
jumps in.
Nice.
Let me on that ladder.
Wow, I got to get that. You got any movies where you pretend like you're a schoolgirl?
Where I'm a schoolgirl.
And like, I'm the teacher and I have to discipline you?
You're hot for teacher.
Well, actually,
Not that I go for that kind of thing, but
and Kelly the co-ed is one of the videos I did. I think it's number 16, and I'm a school chick in that.
yeah. You are? What do you wear?
But I'm a college chick.
Oh.
Yeah,
What do
I'm
college
not,
chicks wear? Do you wear like a special college
Well,
outfit?
I had on a mini skirt and like a one-shoulder top, and I had like college girl makeup on.
Whatever
I looked
that
like
is.
yeah, and I had some school books.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a
And what
guy-
happens to the teacher? Like, gets hot for you in the class?
Well, actually, I'm playing like a tattletale, and so I go to him, and I'm like mad because all the other girls are giving up to get higher grades, and I wanted to do that. And so he's like, "Well, here's your chance. How bad do you want an A?" You know?
Right.
So it
And
was one of those things.
So in order to get an A, you have to have sex with him.
Right.
That's beautiful.
That's our little girl.
Wow.
I'm gonna get that
I
right
want to
after
see that.
Barely Legal 40. I'm renting that.
What's the name of that movie? The one where you played a college girl?
I think it's Kelly. It's Kelly the co-ed. I think it's number 16.
Let me ask you something. In your house, like where you live, do you have all of your pornos like on display? Like like
Like
me.
if you wrote a book.
Like all my books that I wrote, I always keep them on my bookshelf. Like, where do you keep your porn? Do you display
It's
it?
all in my mom's purse.
Is it? But do you have like posters of your movies and stuff like hanging in your apartment?
No.
No? Well, you're not proud of it?
No, it's not that. She takes care of everything for me.
Oh.
But if you do win like an
Anything
AVN
new
award,
I come home with, it ends up in her bag at some point.
But do you have your own place or you just live with your mom?
Well, whenever I go home, I stay with my mom. Whenever I'm in California, I have roommates.
Does your mom have like a whole room?
You have roommates?
what do you mean roommate?
In California?
Yeah.
What
No
is it?
kidding.
A porn chick apartment?
Who's in the apartment with you?
Other chicks that do porn.
Oh, no kidding. And like you pay rent or you guys own?
No, we pay rent.
And who sets you up with that? The porn company?
Our agent.
Oh, you all have the same agent. That's beautiful.
Oh, so he just has a place where everybody can live while they're working.
So you're not making enough dough that you can get your own place?
We could.
Yeah. But you want to save some bucks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are these neighborhoods? I mean, like, who's living next to you?
Like, do you guys get it on with each other at home, or like you don't care?
No.
Are you sick of sex? By the time you get back to the place?
Well, it depends. If I've had like a 13 or 16-hour day, if I'm doing like a feature or something, you know.
Do you have your own bedroom?
Actually, where I'm at right now, no.
Where do you
There's, like,
sleep?
4 of us in one room.
Holy mackerel.
I sleep in the fridge.
It's 4 of you.
Bunk beds?
Actually, we do. We have a set of bunk beds, and like me and the other girl, like I'm too lazy. Both of us, we're too lazy to crawl to the top, so we share the bottom bunk.
So you sleep with another chick every night?
Yeah.
And you cuddle and stuff?
No.
You don't get it on?
No.
And so you have one room, so you can't even keep any of your personal items and stuff there.
Yeah. Well, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many weeks are you there?
The whole time. I'm in California.
Oh, you live there?
Yeah.
So you live like this?
Mm-hmm.
But how often do you go back to Arkansas?
Whenever I can. I went home about a week and a half ago.
What do? You shack up with some dude in California when you feel like getting away from those broads?
I've made some friends out there.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm trying to figure out the whole scene.
I'm just imagining that she's going to be like that Jenna on Survivor. One day she'll be on the set. She'll go, I just have to leave. I have to go home. My mom's sick.
But your friends, I'm going to imagine that the friends she makes are rich guys, not poor guys. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not poor guys.
What's your setup
have
like?
Nice places.
What's your setup like? They support you and stuff?
No, I support myself.
No, come on, honey. They give you gifts, right? Your boyfriends don't buy you any gifts?
They try. I've always, even before I got into porn, I've always liked to pay for myself.
Really?
Yeah.
So if a guy gives you a car, you turn it down?
If a guy gave me a car, well,
All right, tell us about the car.
Tell us about the car.
What's going on?
I had a friend of mine who is a guy that got me a car.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but I gave it back to him.
How long after 50,000 miles?
Yeah, the lease was up.
I did.
After she stopped having sex with him.
Yeah.
How long did you keep the car for? Because you took it, right?
Yeah.
You did take the car.
Yeah.
How long did you keep it for?
Maybe about 6 months.
We got a Mercedes for you.
So why'd you give it back?
Because I didn't like having him be like, well, I gave you
The
that
strings
thing.
attached.
It's the car.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, you better have sex with me. I give you.
car.
You really thought he gave you a
Your
car because he just wanted to give you a car? I mean, you didn't think that you had to do him for the car?
No, he wanted to marry me, but no.
How many guys you got on your roster? Like, how many go-to guys, how many boyfriends you got?
I have a couple.
Yeah.
Let's say there's the BMW.
Yeah, she knows them by the
And they all have
cars.
great apartments and they're rich, so you can stay over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on.
If I want to.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You ain't
But-
living with the 3 broads.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I, sleep in a bunk bed with another chick.
Are you great with sex? I mean, you really know what you're doing?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I do.
I'm talking about in your
do-
real life.
Well, I do when I'm doing it with myself.
All right.
That's for sure.
You're a dirty girl.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, how much experience had you had before you got into porn?
Not a lot. 'Cause
Yeah.
I wasn't.
You're making up for lost time.
I see.
You're a dirty girl. I like that. Dirty porno chick.
There's nothing dirty about it.
Yeah.
You guys are very clean.
I am. I can't say anything for the rest of the girls, but I know
Right.
I am.
Well, you should be anyway.
You're totally clean?
Totally.
Really?
Mhm.
I like that. I like cleanliness. It's
Me
next
too.
to godliness.
That's
Yes,
what they
it
say.
Yeah. How old were you when you started having sex?
I was 15 and I didn't do it again until I was 17.
How old were you when you started messing around with chicks?
I think I was 17.
Yeah, you're a dirty girl.
Who got you at 15? Some other punk kid in the neighborhood?
No, this guy, he was older. I met him. I picked him up at a concert.
Oh.
Was he like 50?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was real.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, you're on the air.
Yeah, they're killing your show, man.
What do you mean?
Oh.
They're dumping everything. They dump like 4 times, right in a row. I miss.
Yeah, well, that's why I've had it here. I mean, it's not even a question of the FCC take me off the air, which they're doing. I mean,
What is there to dump right now?
nothing. What?
Somebody just told me something about Karina that she did in the movie, but I can't even begin to even describe it to you.
Because of today's new stringent
I got
regulations.
to tell you something. It's so vile. I don't know.
You know
that
what's- you know
I
what's
could've
crazy?
described it 6 months ago.
You know what's crazy, though? What's really weird is that I mean, you got an environment where there's HBO, there's porno, there's just we're surrounded by nudity and sex and all that kind of stuff. And,
every product on TV is sold with sex.
Yeah.
Every billboard is about sex.
but I love that they're like singling us out. You know, even these other radio shows like Chainsaw and Kelly in San Diego that work for Clear Channel, they're dirty and filthy. You know.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's just like it's weird.
This is an awful time, man.
By the way, it is an awful time. And I'll tell you something. I'll tell you what else, man. I said this on the website. I put up a statement when we were gone for the week. Mm-hmm. I said, you know, they had this art exhibit up on the Upper West Side of Manhattan where it was all like German artists who Hitler destroyed a lot of their artwork because it was erotica.
Right.
It was naked women.
Yeah.
Was naked women, and some of the women are touching themselves, but they were beautiful works of art. I mean, like paintings like you've never seen before. So Hitler, when he was coming to power, he got rid of all the art. He burned it. He burned books. And there is absolutely zero difference here. There is absolutely zero difference.
And I'll tell you something.
You're right.
This chick talking about her sex or me asking her questions about it, it's absolutely ludicrous to think that that's going to hurt someone. Robin was over in London for the week, and she was saying to me, on just regular television, tons of nudity, tons of sex.
Nudity didn't matter. They were cursing. All the words we can't say, they say.
But the John Ashcrofts of this world are so freaked. This guy won't dance. He makes a point of saying, I do not dance. I mean, it's like Footloose.
Does he not have sex?
Well, I'm sure he does with his wife to procreate.
Yeah, that's it.
But
to have babies.
But the thing is that I know. I mean, I've been doing this show for a long time. I know nothing on this air is indecent. There's nothing indecent. And despite Clear Channel's change of heart all of a sudden, and if you go on the website, you'll see what I posted. It was a letter to the FCC defending this very show that I was fined for. Mm-hmm. You know, it's so crazy what's going on.
And we should have all been afraid of Ashcroft when he got in and he paid $8,000 to cover up a statue in his office. He bought an $8,000 toga to cover up a statue, which is like the scales of justice, but the woman's breast was exposed. Because every time he has to give a speech, he's in front of the statue. So he covered it. I mean, that sounds like exactly what Hitler would have done.
He's insane.
It's a piece of stone, and he's got to cover it.
It's a statue that every attorney general has stood in front of for 50 years.
Because there's something about a woman's body that he hates.
Or that he can't control.
Right. So he needs it covered. I mean, that's like covering, Michelangelo's David, covering his penis.
Right. Well, I was watching something on TV on the History Channel the other day, and they were talking about in medieval times, the church started turning on women and talking about how evil they were, and that they were the seed of evil. And it's sort of like we're going right back to that time.
Yeah, the more they take this show off the air and the more they bleep, because we're talking about sex, the less evil will be out there. Because sex between adults is evil.
And these women luring you to have lurid thoughts, they are the cause for all of our problems.
And that's sort of how the Taliban got started. They were busy covering their women all the time. But I got news for you. There's very little difference between Bush's administration and the Taliban. There's very little difference. They're all religious freaks. They all do stuff in the name of God.
They all have had their problems with excesses, and now they've reined it in, and they're going to rein in everybody else.
Yeah. And
we don't have DWIs on our record.
I mean, what was wrong with the Taliban? The Taliban was saying, hey, you know what? We're going to run this country in a religious way. That's what these guys want to do.
And we're going to completely suppress women and make sure nobody can look at them and that they have no rights and they can't even walk on the street by themselves.
No, and let's turn back the clock on medical science. I mean, this is what we're talking about. There's no difference in their philosophy. The only difference is that these guys pray to the wrong God, so they want to kill us, but we want to kill them because we pray to a different God. That's the only difference.
I said that we keep this up. We're going right back to the Crusades.
Yeah.
What's happened to free speech?
Come over here and let me spank you.
Sweetheart, what do you say?
What happened
you're a sexy chick. Well, give the website again.
It's www.canyoubeapornstar.com.
You got one of the tightest asses I've ever seen on a chick. Honestly, you should be damn proud of that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's say it again.
And if they bleep me 100 times, I'll say it again. You got one of the tightest asses I've ever seen. And you deserve all your success.
Thank you.
You deserve 12 cars, not one.
12 cars.
With an ass like that.
Thank you.
I said, I was watching those AVN awards. They were right on TV in London, and they were showing scenes from the movies. They did everything right there on television.
I wish I was your stepdad. Okay? I wish I could sit and watch your pornos.
With your mom.
With your mom.
If you saw my mom, you'd be saying that.
You're damn right.
Never.
Shame on you. Shame on you. In fact, going into these commercials, I'm going to play the latest headlines based on what you just said. I understand the FCC.
I'm sorry.
And thank you, Karina.
It's the Onion Radio News. The FCC sentences Artie Lang to death. This is Doyle Redland reporting. The Federal Communication Commission's vendetta against the Howard Stern radio program intensified today as the government agency charged with stewardship of the nation's airwaves unanimously sentenced Stern's talk show sidekick Artie Lang to death. Upon learning of his fate, the doomed Lang had this to say.
I took all my clothes off and I got so depressed.
On Tuesday, April 30th, Lang will be taken screaming from his cell and given a very painful and slow-acting lethal injection of sodium thiopentalon, pancuronium bromide, and potassium chloride. Lang will be survived by his mother, who the FCC said should be terribly ashamed. Doyle Redland for The Onion Radio News.
And now a public service message from the Howard Stern Show.
Don't obey the traffic laws in your community.
I just want to get this out here. The plan is that the reason I've tried to put some interesting articles and things on howardstern.com is two reasons. Number one, the first reason I wanted to get that howardstern.com thing going is because some of the articles we should be reading on the air, but like some people get bored if you start to read to them. So I figured, well, you could go on there and see everything that's going on with us. Secondly, when we were off the air for this past week, people were able to go on there and read my response to the latest FCC fines and Clear Channel statement. Over 8 million people were on there the first day the FCC fines came on. Not 8 million hits, 8 million people were on there, looking for information, trying to find out what was going on. That's 8 million people in 2 days, I think. Over the course of 2 days, 8 million people visited howardstern.com. Now, admittedly, it's not a fancy website, and there's certainly nothing on there that, is impressive in terms of bells and whistles, but we're trying to get as much info out on there. And when we are taken off the air here, which is going to happen very soon, and I mean when the whole show is off the air, I will create one of those chat rooms or something where at least I can go on and communicate whatever's going on with us. So that'll be the only place that I know of that we can meet and get out some information. Over the course of time, you'll forget about us. It's the way it goes. That's how radio works. If you're on every day, people remember you, and when you're off the air, people do forget about you. It's like going on with your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I know I was fired at NBC, and first week I was off the air, it was all rather exciting, and everyone was all upset. And by the second week, nobody gave a crap. And not that I expected them to. I mean, there's certainly more important things going on in your life than me. But if we have howardstern.com, at least we can get some information out to you. And I'm doing this in preparation for the fact that we will be off the air. Now, the company that I work for, Viacom, is 100% behind me. Mel Karmazin is 100% behind me and has said that they're going to fight all this stuff and do whatever they got to do. But between you and me, I'm pretty smart about this stuff. We will be off the air. And because no company can stand up to this kind of government pressure. Now you're already into the $500,000 a day fine. Going back a year, finding old broadcasts. They keep changing the standard, and then they go back and find older broadcasts. No one could stand up to that kind of pressure. Like I said, there's about 50 shows that I'm going to start posting on the website that I'm going to get transcripts of their old shows, and we'll start getting these people fined, too. We'll take Mancow from Chicago. We'll take Chainsaw and Kelly from San Diego. We're going to start doing this to everyone. What they're doing to me, essentially finding old broadcasts and fining me. They've targeted me. And maybe we'll take down a bunch of other broadcasters just to get everyone upset. Why should Clear Channel have a double standard? They throw me off the air for so-called indecency over a year ago. And now, they have other broadcasters doing the same stuff, all clones of me. And then they, effectively say they're okay, but I'm not.
Throw the heat on you and continue to do the same business.
So, the bottom line is this. We will be off the air. I mean, it's going to happen one of about three different ways, perhaps. One will be that Viacom can't stand the pressure. Number two, that bill that's going through the Senate's going to pass, and I won't be able to take the pressure that they're going to fine me personally every day. Or the show is just going to get so watered down
that we'll lose our audience.
Yeah, there'll be no real reason to listen. Yeah. I'll just start playing more records or something.
It'll just be one bleep after another.
Yeah. So I think we'll be off the air here. Now, I mean, what I do afterwards, I don't know. I mean, there's been talk of satellite radio. I've heard from satellite radio for the past 5 years. They wanted me to go on there, and I don't blame them. I mean, if I go on there, I will destroy these radio stations that I'm on. People will follow me. Not everyone, but most people will. And then what will happen is, instead of there being a universe of 1 million listeners in satellite, there'll be 10 to 20 million listeners.
It'll be unlimited, yeah.
And then we'll build from there. I don't know that
And the bandwagon that always happens will start, or everybody will follow us into satellite radio.
Yeah. There's no reason to go to satellite radio right now. I mean, okay, they have music. You get that for free here. I mean, okay, no commercials, but they're even going to add commercials in there eventually.
Yeah, because it'll be the same.
And then you got to go through the hassle of getting a receiver and doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's...
Well, I was just at the car show, and they're now building them into the cars. Everybody's making deals with satellite companies.
So if there was a compelling enough reason for you to pay $10 a month, I think you would. And people who are fans of this show will, I think, come with us if we decide to go that route. I'll be honest with you, I don't know that... I want to quit radio in 2 years anyway. So I just don't like the idea that these guys in government, Colin Powell Jr., who, has really done nothing with his life except be the son of Colin Powell, and John Ashcroft, who I don't even know who he is, and Bush, who his story, grew up rich, bankrupted 3 companies, couldn't find oil in Texas. I mean, it's endless. And now, there's no doubt if he has another 4 years, he'll bankrupt this country in more ways than you can ever imagine.
Oh, yeah, the repercussions will be...
He is a do-nothing, lazy guy who sits on a ranch most of his time. The commission has now turned... The small bits of information we got out of that Condoleezza Rice situation is that evidently while Rome was burning, Bush was on his ranch. After 9/11 and all these memos, he went out and built a walkway of some kind on his ranch.
A nature walk.
A nature walk.
He'll see plants and trees.
When you got a guy who's that unmotivated in life, he can't possibly do a good job. Yes, you can delegate work. I'm not against delegating. Jimmy Carter overworked. But he delegates to the point that he's lost. He just doesn't even know what's going on. While Al-Qaeda was planning 9/11, he was fishing.
Yeah, Osama bin Laden wasn't building a nature walk. Yeah.
And you can say all you want. You were only in office for 33 days. So I guess the first 33 days don't count of any administration. And quite frankly, he lied when he said there were weapons of mass destruction. I believed him. I believed when he said it, and I said we should go to Iraq. I was for the war in Iraq.
Me too, sure.
I mean, if you tell me that these guys have nuclear weapons and biological weapons on a scale that could wipe out, New York City, I'm 100% for it. But we now all realize, even the most staunch Republican realizes, that the best route to go would be to actually fight Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and wipe them out, go into Pakistan, get Osama bin Laden, and get his henchmen, and then begin to deal with these nations that support terrorism. I'm not sorry we're in Iraq. I just wish there was a better team, I wish there was a president in the office he's still on his ranch. I just somehow think that when you're in the middle of a war, you got to come off the ranch and be at the center of power, be around the Pentagon, and be thinking every minute, strategizing. I strategize more about this show than he does about the war.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that's sad. I would be a 50 times more competent president than this guy because I would be in Washington every day from 6 o'clock in the morning. I would wake up and sit there and meet and plot and plan.
But you've actually had a job.
Yeah.
You might know how to conduct one.
I'm a super motivated guy.
He's never had to have a job.
A motivated man knows no peace. I guarantee you President Bush knows tons of peace.
For 40 years, Howard, he never even noticed what was going on in the rest of the world. He was out having a good time partying.
Yep. And bankrupting companies. So he's going to get me off the air. Bush, Ashcroft, Colin Powell. And even these Democrats, it seems like it's an easy issue to just,
let it go.
Like feed meat to the wolves. But what's coming around the corner is Ashcroft's going after HBO. HBO, something you pay for. And porno, something you pay for. Porno doesn't get into the hands of children unless you put it there. I mean, honestly. I mean, you know what? They're more worried about a porno getting into your kids' hands than they are about a gun getting into your kids' hands.
I don't even know where you would go to buy porn.
I do.
Oh.
It's pretty easy to find.
No, I mean, really, if you were a kid, you can't just go get it. It's not at Walmart.
Right. Yeah. On the internet, you need a credit card. And, and I'm not even sure if a kid seeing two people having sex is going to really damage them. I really don't think it is. I mean, unless you make it dirty, which is what Ashcroft thinks it is. And you know what? I don't even want to fight these guys. I don't even want to piss them off because they could screw my life up royally. So I look forward to actually getting out of this and getting out of the air. And
staying out of their radar.
Yeah, I don't want to.
They don't destroy you.
Yeah, I don't want to be public enemy. I wish they could destroy Osama bin Laden the way they're destroying me and my show. But they've been effective. What they've done is the media goes along with it. I get fined $500,000, and then you see the news reporter going, well, Howard Stern has done it now. He's allegedly dirty, filthy broadcast. I could play a million of these broadcasts.
Well, the one I read that it was like potty mouth Howard Stern is now in trouble again. It's like, we assume he's bad. Of course he's bad.
Like, Jerry Falwell used to go on TV, and he used to be thought of as a fanatic, and now, he's not so crazy. I mean, here's some tape.
How do you define going too far on a daytime soap? Define it.
Well, first of all, the bottom line is these are public airwaves.
There we go.
And what Lynn said a moment ago doesn't wash. That is, parents should not have to be responsible, many who are both working out of the home and their teen has come home from school, to see to it their child is not watching something they disapprove of. The public airwaves should be clean enough that young people do not see.
Most people get the public airwaves over cable. CBS, NBC, ABC comes in over cable. They don't have to have it.
Parents aren't responsible for anything.
Never.
Simulated sex acts, obscenity, or the kinds of things, as one Supreme Court justice said, hard to define pornography, but you know it when you see it.
That is the point, Reverend, isn't it? It's hard to define. How do you codify what is a sexual simulation scene and what is not? I mean, you've got to draw a line, and I don't know where you put that line and define that line.
Lynn said she's a mother of 2, and I'm a dad of 3, and I think and I'm a granddad of 8. I think we all know what we would not allow human beings to do in our home. Visitors, guests who came.
He knows what you would allow in your home.
Seeing on your own screen here now, on the side of the screen, things right this moment.
But standards vary from family to family. From parent to parent, standards vary.
Well, standards should not vary when we're talking about children. There are community standards that most Americans agree upon. And nudity, bedroom scene where you maybe don't see genitals, but you see body on top of body. It is absolutely ridiculous. And whether it's soap in the afternoon.
In England, they run this stuff daily with women's breast showing. You know what? Their crime rate's way lower than ours.
The country's been there for how many centuries? It's fine.
Or a primetime program at night. The airwaves belong to the people. And most families, most parents, most grandparents, we showed that on Super Bowl night, do not approve of the kinds of things that are being done in the soap.
I love that the airways belong to the people. How about the actual air that we breathe belongs to the people? And why is Bush taking away controls that would keep poison from going in the air?
But again, he states a falsehood. There weren't that many complaints to the FCC about the Janet Jackson incident.
Right.
There were just these few vocal complaints.
And I love that the $500,000 complaint against us was suddenly bad everywhere. It was filed in Florida. Why is it bad then in,
Yeah, maybe Florida
Pittsburgh
has different standards than Pittsburgh.
All rules are being thrown out the window. This is a bunch of religious fanatics who've taken over the country.
What we just put on the screen, on the side there, what you just saw, would you ban it or would you fine the network that put it on?
Well, I think the FCC has got to look at it. They're passing out some stiff fines to
the FCC has to look at it. Who are they and who elected them?
Howard Stern types out there, and I commend them for it. and they were a long time very slow getting to it. And the numbers now have gone up. The Congress is allowing them to go to astronomical numbers, which does get their attention.
Okay. How happy will Jerry Falwell be when I'm off the air? He will have won.
Feel, yes, that his prayers have been answered.
And you hear his arguments? We should know what the standard is. You know what it is. He knows what it is. I guarantee you my standard for my kids is completely different than Jerry Falwell's. And I'll tell you what. I bet you my kids are just as good as his. I mean...
Better. They're probably not so uptight,
right.
Nervous about everything.
They're not going to sit and try and restrict everyone.
Maybe they can handle a few things.
TV, of course, is the major offender.
Sorry.
The soaps do need to be
We're flat out of time. Reverend, thank you very much. And
you missed it at the end. The soaps need to be fine.
Oh, yeah. They're coming after the networks. All those people who are on the air at those network news channels saying, Howard Stern is being reined in by the government. Just watch when they take that soap revenue away from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your soap operas are going away.
So anyway, I get all worked up about this crap.
Well, I didn't want to come back from London. I was like, maybe I ought to live here where they have freedom of speech.
Oh, please, you're not going anywhere.
I know, but I thought about it as I was getting on the plane.
This is still the greatest country. It's just unfortunate that a couple of people have hijacked it. It's like Afghanistan being hijacked by the Taliban. It's literally that. And if you vote for Bush, I will never talk to you again.
But it's scary to live in a country full of stupid people, don't you think?
I can't believe how stupid the country is. I mean, I can't believe there's one person who'd vote for him based on this guy's performance so far.
Scary people are stupid. Stupid people are scary to me.
Just based on the fact that that he's for actually pumping more noxious fumes into the air, like poisonous gas into the air.
Well, you know what
Saddam Hussein couldn't have had a better weapon.
Their basic premise is God told man to have dominion over the earth, so whatever they want to do to it is fine.
Yeah. Hey, Peter, you're on the air. And then I'm going to introduce you to our first contestant for not win, but Get John's Job. And then I got to talk about Butterface and Vegas, and I think we're going to make it to Vegas, but I don't even know if we're going to make it to Vegas.
Got a month.
Can we hold out a month?
I don't know. It depends how quick the second they pass that bill where it says I can be fined personally, I'm out of here. I mean, I just know that's what I'm doing. So I heard it's on a hot track, whatever that is.
Hotlining the bill is what
hotline. They didn't hotline gun legislation.
No, and anytime our troops come back with Agent Orange or whatever kind of exposure, they never hotline aid for them.
No. Hey, Peter, you're on the air.
Yes, hello, Peter. What's your name again? Stern? You're scum. You know that? The fact is that you are similar to Lenny Bruce. You're both stool pigeons. You're a racist, sexist, homophobic son of a bitch. And you know what? I'm going to celebrate when your creepy ass gets kicked off the air.
Well, that's funny that you'd say that, Peter, because... Well, he hung up. He's a coward.
Right.
But, maybe I am all those things. But why would you want it kicked off the air?
The point is you're supposed to have free speech.
Hmm.
None of the things he was upset with you about are considered obscene by the government.
Right. Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, Brett, you're on the air, and then I'll introduce you to...
Yes, how you doing?
Dan, I think the song parody man is working here this week.
Oh, really?
Doing his audition for the John's Job thing. Yeah.
Howard, how you doing?
I know.
I saw Gary last night. Really surprised how hot his wife was.
Where'd you see Gary?
He was filling up his tank last night. He must have stopped on his way home. I don't know, from his in-laws or his parents' house. He was filling up his gas tank. I was right.
Oh, this is so stupid. I don't believe this guy for a minute. Were you filling up your gas tank last night? I
Yeah,
doubt
this
it.
guy was,
Oh, you do know this guy?
Yeah, well, no, I saw him. He was in the car in front of me, and he was telling everyone in the car to look at me. So I turned my back on him.
Boy, he's excited.
I know, but it was weird. You should either say hello or not. He was just like gawking at me, making me feel funny. And gawking at my wife.
You were like a hot chick to him.
No, he
You
was
thought
like
your wife was hot?
He liked your wife. I saw your wife Saturday night. She is too hot for you. That's all there is to it. She's a beautiful woman. She is. And a nice woman.
She is I like Mary.
Nice woman. She's not a loud mouth. I like that.
I don't know how she gets Gary under control. She's so quiet.
She rules with a strong hand. She rules silently. She doesn't have to raise her voice with Gary.
She does.
Amazing.
She gets him right into shape. Yeah.
1 or 2 words. I guess that's all it takes.
Gary took us out to dinner Saturday night. Very nice. Up in Connecticut. Saw his house. Hung out with the kids.
Kids were very excited you were coming over, all of you.
Kids did, your son Lucas did a great magic trick for me. It was so funny. It was great.
He was so worried. After we were leaving, he was saying to his mother, "Do you think Howard really liked the magic trick?"
He was excited because he only knows Artie as Santa from Elf, so he wanted to know if Artie was going to come with the beard and the outfit.
Yeah. All the kids love me.
Yeah. Hey, Ben, you're on the air. I did a whole rap on our night with Gary and Gary's house, but you probably missed it. If you're listening now.
The Suns seem to be, they haven't gotten the Delabate curse.
No, they look good. They look like Mary.
Are you saying that their teeth look normal, Rob?
Yeah, their teeth look normal.
You can say it.
I checked that right away.
Absolutely. So far, so good.
Hey, thank God. And you know what? Even if the kids did get the Delabate curse, he would have it fixed. He'd have, braces.
Yeah, he'd do
which
something
is what
about it.
Gary should have had. And that's what I should have had.
There was a lot of interesting conversation going around at the table. I thought the part that I found particularly funny was Robin was chastising Mr. X for not really knowing how to be black.
I wasn't chastising.
Well, she was goofing on. She was goofing on him that he doesn't know how to be black.
I didn't get that from her. I got that she was saying he doesn't know any black lingo.
Right.
Not that he doesn't know how to be black.
Right.
He is black.
Well, you know what I mean, that he doesn't know black lingo. I thought it was funny that she was goofing on him.
I find your interpretation of the discussion highly offensive.
Well, he misinterprets
We should bleep
everything.
it.
He offended Dana by saying, trying to explain her relationship to Art.
She pulled me over after you left, and she said, she was trying to explain. Remember the whole parallel thing that how her and Art are going to go in parallel planes? Do you remember that? And she said I misinterpreted it. But then she explained it in front of Robin.
Your problem is...
Robin, you explain it.
Your problem is you talk too much. You really do. You love to talk.
Well, first of all, I don't think I was talking any more than you or Robin.
No, you say too much to people. You should limit your words.
Are you saying in general or Saturday night in particular?
No, general.
Oh.
You talk too much.
No. This is stuff she told me. I didn't say a word.
But you always get your foot in your mouth.
Robin, do you think I you heard the explanation. Why don't you explain it?
I don't know if anyone cares.
I don't even know. I don't know what you're talking about even now. She seemed to be upset with you. That's all I was noticing.
No, she wasn't upset at all.
Anyway, go ahead, Ben. You're on the air. Who cares? I don't.
But it is funny that Mr. X says, "What is bling bling?"
I'm a white guy, and I know that.
Bling!
How could he not know what bling bling is?
I don't know. That was an amazing thing, because one day we were going on, and I said, "Yeah, I got on my bling bling," and he was like, "Bling bling? What's that?"
He has to know a few black people.
He knows lots of black people.
Does he?
I personally really enjoy hanging out with Mr. X. He's a very funny guy.
Very
He
funny.
enjoys you, too.
Yeah, and I think it's because he doesn't know how to be black.
We enjoy that. It turns out we enjoy blacks who don't know how to be black.
Exactly.
According to Gary.
No, he's very funny. He's a lot of fun to talk to.
I think he knows exactly how to be black, quite frankly.
He's been
he's
doing
black.
it for years now.
Ben, you're on the air. Ben? This is a weird article in the New York Post that I read during the week that was basically saying they think that Jessica Simpson is illiterate, that she literally doesn't know how to read.
I heard a headline that said, "Is it true she doesn't know how to read?" And I didn't know what that was about. I never saw the story.
That anyone who watches that reality show says that she does the behavior of illiterate people, and a lot of people are illiterate. They don't know how to read. They get through school because they can kind of fake things, and don't ask me how they do it, but...
Well, she never really probably went to school even. She's been performing so many years.
Yeah, and they think that for some reason she never learned how to read based on the fact that a lot of times, like, her husband will say, "Hey, read this note I wrote you," and she'll say, no, you read it to me. And, like, they have these tricky kinds of ways of getting other people to read for them.
Really?
And there was this whole... I mean, at first I thought it was like a goof, but... It's entirely possible that she doesn't know how to read.
I think that's fantastic. Whether it's true or not, it's a great story.
Which makes it even hotter, that she's such a hot chick and she can't read.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't marry her, but I'd have sex with her just based on that. I'd have sex with anybody.
I mean, you're going to have sex with her, period. Doesn't matter whether she can read or not. Look at her.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Oh, no,
How was that show they did last night? I watched The Sopranos.
I haven't seen it, because I had to watch The Sopranos, too, but I realized it was on.
How are we not playing clips from that disaster? It's got to have been a disaster. And what's with her husband, like, shaving his chest? Is he gay or straight?
I saw the cover of Details magazine, and I thought, wow, is that a gay pose?
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Whoa!
I'm like,
look at that fruit.
Harvey Firestein wouldn't pose like that.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, the joke's on us. He's getting her, man. That is the sexiest chick.
Yeah. I bet you they hardly have sex.
You really find her sexy or just she's
I
just
do.
beautiful?
I think she's sexy.
Robin, I was having this discussion with one of my friends the other day. She is the new one. She is like, she is so hot.
She's my one.
Yeah, she's the one.
You're reading a lot into it, I think, just because she's beautiful. She's not really sexy.
Honey, you don't have a penis. You can't talk about this.
But she is.
You're a chick, and you're getting defensive.
If you didn't have such an,
Honey, look at me.
Immediate
You're doing a chick thing now.
Right.
You're trying to convince us that she's not sexy, and it's not going to work.
You're making her sexy.
I'm a guy, and I'm telling you that's sexy.
It has. You see, she shouldn't need any help.
Yeah, you're doing a very girl thing right now.
Okay.
All right, you're getting defensive.
All right. Well, she's just so dumb.
It's just like if you started to talk about Brad Pitt being hot, I'd go, he's not hot. If you met him, he's not hot.
I just had that conversation with somebody.
Exactly.
I said, I don't get it with him.
Exactly.
You don't get it with him. Now, wait a minute.
No, the guy was telling me, I don't get that with Brad
Yeah,
Pitt.
and you said, because you don't have a vagina.
Obviously not a woman.
Michael, you're on the air.
Hey, did you watch the Saturday Night Live this weekend?
You know, I'm sure I have it on tape somewhere. I got to see that because Janet Jackson was the host.
Yeah, they let her get away with it twice. I mean, they boxed it out in the first scene, and then again when she came out to do her monologue, they let her show a little girl sitting in a pool and have her top, like the string flop off, like pretending that was her as a kid.
You know what's weird? It's like, I mean, Janet Jackson to me is very odd. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, I've never seen anybody act more bizarre except for her brother.
Right,
She's
that
odd.
whole family probably is very bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a bizarro family.
Yeah.
And like, Saturday Night Live is really good at this. They get you really excited. They go, Janet Jackson's going to host Saturday Night Live. And then it always sucks because she's really, aside from her being Janet Jackson, it's like, you wouldn't want to spend 5 minutes with her as a comedian, or you get excited that she's going to be there, and then she's there and you go, she's horrible.
But with everything that started, which actually it started with her when it got the ball rolling with all this stuff with the FCC, why would they let Lorne Michaels do this? Why would they let him get away with it?
Well, because first of all, you're allowed. There's wacky rules. You're allowed on a Saturday night when most kids are by themselves. By the way, you're allowed on a Saturday night to be as obscene as you want to be, or indecent rather. You're allowed. It's like there's a thing after 10 o'clock. It's allowed, so they have a lot more leeway. It's just weird rules.
But by the same token, she has gone on TV to apologize, to say she's sorry about the incident, to say she didn't mean for it to happen, and now she's joking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we could joke about it.
Yeah, she can't believe she's looking for a laugh with that, with everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with everything.
Yeah, thanks. Hey, by the way, I walk down the street. People are so nice. I mean, I was in West Palm Beach, and we've been taken off the air in Florida. And the people are just like, man, we support you. We love the show.
I've had a lot. In fact, one guy said to me that April Fool's joke, he went for it hook, line, and sinker. In fact, turned off the radio. So he didn't know for 24 hours that it wasn't true. And then he said immediately I got on the phone and I called my congressperson because what's going on is ridiculous. You
know what's really weird? Because we got all this set up on howardstern.com. Thousands of you are complaining to your congressman, and to show you what boobs they all are, you write them these letters like, and they're really intelligent letters. People are sending them to me. They're like, dear congressman, got to tell you something. I'm really upset with what's going on with Howard Stern. I don't even necessarily like Howard Stern all the time, but it doesn't matter. I want him to have the right. I want to have the right. I want my kids to have the right to say whatever they want anywhere, anytime, whatever. Really intelligent letters. And they send you back a form letter going, Sue and I, they always mention the wife's name to show you what a family man they are. Sue and I have always, we have 3 boys, and we're always very concerned about indecency. And we want you to know that we will continue looking into the matter and try to get indecent programming off the air. They don't even,
that's what you're writing about.
like, they're not even intelligent enough to hire a staff that'll at least address or pretend to look like they're reading the letter. They don't even read the letters. It's like they think you're sending them a letter supporting them for looking into indecency.
And it makes you think like you just completely wasted your time writing it.
Yeah. It's a complete waste. We have it
you're
up.
not being listened to at all.
Yeah.
And we got all that on howardstern.com. I mean, we literally show you the letter the person wrote and then the response from the stupid congressman or senator. Doesn't make a difference. They don't even read friggin' like, at least hire a staff that reads the stuff. Yeah. Give us that impression. Give us the illusion. It's unbelievable, man. It's like someone saying, writing to your bank, gee, I'm missing, $5,000 from my account, and they write you back and go, thank you for your support, and just know we'll keep watching your money. I mean, it's like they can't even get a staff together. Most of these guys in government are such slackers, because it's such a slacker job. If you saw how people in the Senate eat lunch, you'd say they're living like kings. Mm-hmm. They got a dining room they don't even want you to see. Oh, man, it's just crazy.
These are people.
I wish we'd elect some regular people, like elect a garbage man to the Senate.
Well, these are people that technically work for you, and they're just blowing you off.
They blow you off. They won't even pretend to read your letter, and they got these staffs, and they have to read the mail, and they're supposed to respond.
The only time they're responsive is when they're out on the campaign trail. They have to actually confront people.
They actually have to shake some dirtball's hand and pretend they
kiss
care.
Some idiot's baby. They do all that.
Which is dumb. I hate all that pandering. Like, just pay attention to your work.
Even looking at the paper today, they show them all going to church yesterday.
Well, the reason everybody's all upset with Bush is he's the ultimate slacker. You have all this intelligence coming from the FBI saying, basically, get prepared for an attack, and he didn't even warn the public. He just kind of, stayed at the ranch and built a nature path.
But as you said before, he has other people read the newspaper for him.
And we're not joking. He has someone read the paper for him because he doesn't like to read the paper. Hey, Juan.
Hey, Howard, how are you?
Hey.
Listen, I know you might get many calls about this thing and emails and everything, but I just wanted to say that me and all the people I know that listens to your show is 100% behind you guys.
Thank you, Juan.
And, I'm not from here. I've been living here for 5 years, but even before, when I was back home, 7 years ago, even in Guatemala, people was listening to your show and trying to get a hold of some e-videos and stuff. So you guys are big, and you cannot go down like this, dude.
Well, we are going down like this.
No, yeah,
would you do me a favor, or next time you're spray painting a wall, do something in support of the show? Thank you, Juan.
Okay, guys, take care. Say hi to Robin.
That would be nice to see one of those murals that they do.
Oh, absolutely. I forget where I guess it was coming back from Gary's house. I passed some section. I don't even ever know where I am.
Right.
But every rooftop was graffitied in an entire,
some free
section of the town.
Some free Stern graffiti would be nice.
None of it had anything to do with us.
Yeah, nothing.
Please get up there and write something.
Most of it had to do with Puerto Rico.
Oh, just people writing their names.
Yeah.
Well, the graffiti capital of this city is the Bronx, which is what you drove through.
Right.
Yeah.
Going to Yankee games, there's some excellent work on some handball courts.
A lot of some beautiful artwork.
Yeah.
Very psychedelic, actually.
I think you'd enjoy.
How did they get up there?
Hey, when you have nothing to do all day, I guess you kind of... Whoever's a graffiti artist probably just spends their whole day plotting how to get up there.
Yeah.
Some of those guys are real talented. You think they go into it?
Yeah, it didn't look bad.
Yeah.
It just wasn't their canvas.
The thing I saw the other day was drawn by a regular Vincent Van Ruiz. Pete, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
I saw the Jessica Simpson show last night, and it was like every excuse to show her cleavage. It was insane. My wife says to me, "Oh, it's so great. They have a Sonny and Cher type variety hour thing," and I'm going, "You got to be kidding me! This is more skin than HBO."
Yeah, I figured
it was unbelievable.
They're doing the whole Sonny and Cher thing, even to the point that they're just singing "I Got You, Babe" to one another.
Yeah. And the thing is, she did a Dolly Parton impression last night, and I just wanted to. Well, I can't say it on the air, but
right.
It was. It's
you wanted her.
You didn't even care.
Yeah, I wanted her from 3,000 miles away. If you know what I mean. It was really motivating.
See, I'm going to watch it the good way. I'm going to get to fast forward through all their crappy songs and just look at our outfits.
Right. I mean, so I had the mute on. I didn't even need to hear the show.
Right.
I basically watched
If they could get rid of her husband, that would be cool, too.
And
Well,
you know what
that's a
else?
drawback, that she has to drag him everywhere.
I can't wait for the divorce. And you know what? He's not even Sonny. That's the funny thing. It's like, and she's not Cher. I mean, they're doing a parody of Sonny and Cher.
They're really more Donnie and Marie.
No, but they're going after the women's market because they got him ripping his shirt off, too.
Yeah,
And the whole audience wooing and wine. And then they did basically a gay joke with all these male guys in the bar.
He's got big boobs, too. I don't want to see that.
I know.
Hey, Dan, the song parody man is here. He's he's one of our listeners who applied for John's job. This is his first week here.
This guy's good.
One of his tasks, like on The Apprentice, is to write a song parody, which fits into his strength. Bring him in here. Let's meet him. There's the man. That's our man.
Is?
That's Dan, the song parody man. Look
I
at
didn't
him.
realize. I knew I recognized that face.
Hard-working dude.
Big ponytail, long ponytail.
Somebody said Double A should be one of the guys because he was so funny the other week getting those things thrown at his ass.
Has he applied?
I think so.
Me and Fred were talking about that Saturday night. That might have been the most fun we've had in a long time.
You look like a Harley mechanic.
Well, I have a couple of Harleys. I had a lot more before things went bad, but I know how to rebuild them. I know how to work on them, but
I could
not
come in handy on the show.
Sure, absolutely. I mean,
He can fix the cars.
He could fix our motorcycle collections if we get one.
I can fix basically anything, though. I mean, I figured I come in here, you tell me everything that's wrong, and I'll have it all taken care of for you. No problem.
You're a pretty talented guy. Over the years, you've sent the material. Let me see what you did for your... now, every day this week, you will do a different bit. What do you have to do tomorrow?
I'm actually waiting to be told what you want me to do. I'll do whatever you want me to do. I mean, I know I have to write and produce a comedy bit.
Right.
I've come in with a lot of prepared stuff, but I figure what I really want to do is show everybody what I can create while I'm here. So I had a few song parodies prepared.
Right.
But in the time that I had, the one that I think you're going to play is something that I just banged out this morning after
You
I
did that
arrived.
while you were here?
Yes, I brought my little portable production. I got everything loaded on a laptop.
Awesome.
I can create whatever I want.
Yeah, I'd hire you. All right, you get the job.
Thank you.
What?
No, it is pretty great. I mean, he had 5 other songs, and then he just thought of this one while he was sitting around.
Let me see what you did. What's his task for tomorrow?
We're going to talk about it. I mean, he has to find a Whack Pack member. He has to do a celebrity interview. He has to produce a comedy bit, and he has to come up with an interesting piece of information on a staff member, which is sort of unfair because he's only looking at me and Casey. He's not really interacting.
Well, let him interact. Let him sit in the office.
No, he's been in the office.
Oh, okay, good.
Yo, I was just rapping to Dan before, and he was telling me about the Whack Pack member that he has in mind. And I got to tell you, man, I'm not going to tell you who it is or what it is, but I think he may have found gold.
Well, you're a motivated guy.
I may have struck.
So you should be president.
Very seriously.
Yeah.
Very
Where
seriously.
are you from? Are you from out of town?
I'm from North Jersey. I am at this hour of the day. If I'm able to wake up, I can be here in 15, 20 minutes.
Beautiful.
Howard, in the meantime, he pitched me on guests that have nothing to do with the contest that are going to be great for the show that we're going to get, and another idea he had.
If you get this job, that means you're going to have to go to dinner with Gary.
Well, that's not.
Do you think you can handle that?
Absolutely.
All right.
Sit on the opposite end of the table and keep my hands clear.
There won't be dessert, though. I'll tell you that. All right. Let me hear what you put together just sitting here.
Oh, Casey, it's so fine when you hit me from behind. Actually, they put me in a I guess it's a second or third production studio down from the green room because they needed the green room for something else.
Nice work.
And while you were sitting there, you just said, oh, let me do this.
Yeah. Well, I had the idea in my head a couple of weeks ago. It just popped in my head. I never did anything with it, and then it just kind of came back to me while I was here.
A lot of your songs deal with the Casey theme, being gay, and
I guess
that's a good theme.
Yeah,
you can't go wrong with
related
that.
to the show,
Right.
I guess. Anything funny that happens in the news, something that you discuss here.
Wow.
He does everything. If you remember, Dan's the guy who sent in the Metallica song after 9/11.
Yeah, play a little of that,
Settle the
Fred.
score.
That was good. One guy put together that Metallica song.
That was great.
That was really good. I sure wouldn't mind them playing that song while we invade Iraq. I really wouldn't. A plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. The World Trade Center is on fire. I don't have any more details. That one you did? This story. That was good. Was it a terrorist attack? It's got to be. We're under attack. We're under attack. You know who it is. I can't say, but I know who it is. It's war. Nice. Oh, my God. It's got to be. I love that.
That's such a great song on its own.
Beautiful. Hey, you're good, man.
Well, thank you.
I look forward to seeing your work this week.
I'm going to do my best, and even if listeners, decide that I'm not the best man for the job, it's such an honor for you to pick me and have me come in here and at least take the shot.
Well, thank you for that. And you know what? It's weird. You'll probably get the job, or someone will, out of the 10 that we choose. And then we'll be gone.
That's not going to happen.
I don't know, dude. I'm being serious. I think it is.
Well, you know,
maybe I'm being crazy, but I don't see any way out of this one.
It's tough, but I mean, even if you go to satellite, which it's got to be a last resort, and the whole FCC thing just kills me. You wonder, how can these people wield these power if they're not even elected?
I know.
And you know what the reason is because the FCC was formed for granting licenses, deciding what frequencies you should broadcast on, making sure that if you're a 50,000 watt station, you're not putting out 100,000 watts.
Right.
That's what their responsibilities are supposed to be. And now they're dealing with all these moral issues. And I think Gary said it best a couple of weeks ago, is they're trying to make us conform to the community standards. But if a community listens to you, and the ratings are that you're number one, the community has spoken at their standards that they want to hear the show and the content that's on it.
I got to tell you, you're speaking like a man who is going to get a job that's non-existent in a couple of weeks.
Well, I'm still going to do my best for it.
Good.
I'd love
You're
to have
making
it.
too much sense.
Dan, the song parody man, he's one of the 10 people who will be trying out for John's job.
All this week.
I wish you luck, buddy. You good?
Thank you very
much.
much.
All right, thanks, man.
That's impressive.
Very impressive. Everybody has their own talents. This guy Dan can knock out stuff 1, 2, 3. He's got a good mind on his incredibly tattooed body.
And he sounds very motivated.
Yeah.
Now, will that stop once he gets the job?
Yes, it seems to happen to everyone here. You know, as a matter of fact, like some of the guys I'm thinking that should be, auditioning is like John the Stutterer.
Right.
Double A, because you're just goofy to have around. What's going on?
I just wondered if these people are putting in tapes.
I hope so. What's going on?
What's going on, Howard? I gotta tell you, you got the lovely bet.
Yeah, in the email, a lot of people said, just hire Double A. What are you waiting for?
Just so you could humiliate him every day.
Chief Wami Kami Fami.
Double A should get Stuttering John's job. He's hilarious. The show with him meeting The Rock had me in tears. I was laughing so hard. Here's another one. Just want to let you know that on Soundcheck on WNYC, which is the NPR station here in New York, Gail Zappa, Frank's widow, was the guest, and she spoke out in support of Howard and the right to free speech.
Oh, thank you, Gail.
All right. That's good. More people need to speak out. Okay. Here's a couple of musical questions maybe we can answer real quick. I was just wondering what the name of the song is that comes on at the very end of the show. Which song are they talking about? They're talking about Tortured Man. Oh, Tortured Man. That's my song from the Private Parts soundtrack. That one.
Who did you do this with? I forget.
We did this with the Dust Brothers. One of my musical attempts.
Yeah, I was like, Chemical Brothers and Nelson Brothers.
928 Dust Brothers and Howard Stern. There you go.
Perfect.
Perfect talk up. Thank you.
He actually talked over your own song.
That's right.
He kissed his own vocal.
Hi, Howard. Love the show. Long-time listener. I was interested in learning the name of the music Fred plays when someone is talking really fast. It's a circus song. Actually, it's played on Ed Sullivan all the time when the guy would spin plates. The Courtney Love Show was hilarious. When you played the background music, Artie was on a roll that day. Long live the show.
What is this called?
Appreciate it if you can give me an answer. Fred?
It's officially the Saber Dance by Cacciatorian.
Boy, I didn't know that. Nice. I just know that song because they always played it on Ed Sullivan 100 years ago.
Classical piece.
Some dude would get up. I don't even know how these dudes would do it. They spin plates on sticks. No one does that kind of stuff anymore.
They still do it, just nobody will put it on TV anymore.
Chairs.
Maybe Ashcroft's right. We got to return to those days. David Blaine can't even do this. And he calls himself a magician. Magicians today lock themselves in boxes and go on diets. I don't get it.
Themselves.
Yeah, bury themselves. I could do that.
That's not magic. That's the Bally Challenge.
They don't do tricks. Yeah,
No.
I mean, it's just, okay, it's cool.
Spinning a plate. Now, that's something. Those guys were good. And now, for your viewing pleasure, this is Bob Kostaskakan.
Republic of Uzbekistan.
From Uzbekistan, just flew in the other night.
Yeah, they were always in places you'd never heard of. Never
with his
go.
incredible plate spinning.
So it sounds like in really bad countries, they spin plates.
Yeah, if you were in Uzbekistan, you'd spin plates too. Actually, a plate is worth $10,000 there. I'm surprised.
Just try to get a plate.
That's why it's a dangerous thing in Uzbekistan, because you break a plate there, it's your entire year's salary.
That's right. You never drop a plate. That's how these guys got so good.
You better not drop that plate. And now, after Topo Gigio, the incredible spitting plates. I used to see these guys, grown men, like guy bald, looks about 50 years old, and he's spinning plates for a living.
They usually had a hot chick who put the plate on the top of the stick and spun it.
And in my mind, I was like, wow, the hot chick, could she really be doing this guy? I mean, she's way too hot for him. I guess he just hires it. She's probably disgusted with him.
But it would be funny if he just said something like, and now Courtney Love will not shut up for 20 straight minutes.
It's a weird thing, that spinning plates. There's a lot of weird careers, and how do you find that career? Where do you go? And like, do your parents say to you, when are you going to get a real job? Like, you can't spin plates the rest of your life.
Fortunately, these people all came from the circus, and their parents were doing the same thing.
Now, coming on our stage for the first time, Orudu Mispixaplux from the Fiji Islands next to Iraq. This man will eat cans. It's really super. Coming up, Muslashkin Ratsfritz and his roller skating upside down in a box. They don't have shows like that.
Or the Great Animal Act. Remember, you used to have, there'd be the performing dogs, the performing monkeys, the performing seals. Everybody was performing.
And now, for your viewing pleasure, the performing seals. Coming up, a black basketball player will dunk a basketball. He would do stuff like that.
Well, you know what? He used to have boxers all the time. These big black guys would come on.
And now, a big black guy
was to stand in front of him, and he'd hold up his little wimpy white arm against this big black muscular.
And now, a big black muscular boxer will hold his arm up next to my skinny white arm.
An enormous black man.
Right now, Larry Holmes will lasso a white girl. Right now, a big black man will show you his snake. Right here. After
these words.
After Topo Gigio. After Mitzi Gaynor.
Stephen Eady.
Right after
Sergio Franchi.
Yeah, Sergio Franchi. And that sister who looked identical to him.
Yeah, what was her name?
Donna Valenti.
Yeah.
Right now, an Indian. I'm talking about the kind, not the kinds we killed. I'm talking about those Indians all the way over there taking our jobs. Right here, an Indian Swami will sell a lottery ticket to everyone in the audience. He used to have stuff like that.
Tonight on the stage, Vicky Carr.
There's a lot of crap on that show.
She's Hispanic, you know.
Here's a Hispanic. Here's a Hispanic who changed her name. Next, a Jew will saw a bagel in half.
A Jew.
They don't have any magicians like that anymore.
Well, that sounds a hell of a lot better than Nick and Jessica's hour.
No, but she's got boobs and ass. As long as she does like those Cher type outfits, that show will be a smash.
Well, I'll tell you what, the promos I saw, she looks stunning.
Yeah, she's a beautiful girl.
Her hair's getting too big.
And just like Sonny, like he'll be the no talent who gets divorced. You know, they're going to get a divorce.
Yeah, she'll dump him and have some other huge career after he's gone.
She'll marry Greg Allman or whoever's comparable, Eddie Vedder or something.
Right. Some real devil.
It'd be great if she married Greg Allman.
Yeah. She should do everything Cher did. And screw a bagel guy.
Come here, honey. There is Greg Allman.
Have a baby with Greg Allman. Marry him for a day.
Come here, Jessica.
I was thinking, she'll be the only one who doesn't know that Scott Weiland is on heroin, and she'll marry him.
Right now, Jessica Simpson is going to marry Greg Allman.
Right here, Jessica Simpson marries a large black man.
Who's built like a rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Next, Jessica Simpson will read. I'd like to have her on the show and have her read.
Maybe she'll just marry a pimp. Yeah, Jessica Simpson is marrying a pimp.
Yeah, that would be great. Just let her read something.
Yeah.
Read like A Tale of Two Cities.
Yeah. I had such an empty life. I looked forward to that show, waiting to see some guy spin some plates.
We all did every Sunday night. Everybody gathered around the tube to watch Ed.
Yeah, with my mom and dad and my sister.
It was family hour.
So you guys...
Family hour, you know, the people who have a family hour, thank God they did away with that. It's a goddamn nightmare. Sitting there listening to my mother drone on about, you know, Mitzi Gaynor is fantastic. I want to hear that. Called my mom from Palm Beach when I was on vacation. I went to check up and see how they were. I think it's happening where they're going senile because I call my mom and I go, Ma? Yes? Now, mind you, my mother's had one daughter and one son. I'm being the son. So if a male voice says Mom,
it's got to be her.
It's got to be me, right? So she goes, who is this?
Oh, stop it.
I swear. So I go,
stop it.
I swear. I go, well, if it's a male voice saying Mom, who do you think it is? Who is this? I don't recognize your voice. I go, it's your son, Howard. No, it's not. It doesn't sound like you. I go, well, maybe because I'm on a cell phone. No, that's not it. It's not you. I go, well, look, why don't you ask me a question that only I could answer?
Should you two work out a code?
Yeah. So she goes, I don't recognize your voice. I'm confused. So I said, what? I said, listen, I'm going to hang up. This is crazy. I can't prove to you it's me.
You don't say put Pop on the phone. Maybe
she
she's
goes,
making sense today.
Bad? Then she starts yelling for bad. I don't. He must apparently get as far away from her in the house as possible because she's like whenever she calls her, Ben, pick up.
Like an air raid drill.
Yeah. So he picks up and goes, hello. I go, Dad. He goes, that's him. How do you know? That's him. I recognize your voice. That's you. I go, yeah, it's me. Well, tell Mom it's me. So he goes, it's him. And she goes, I'm confused. I don't want to get on.
It's him.
She won't even get on. She's afraid to get on the phone?
I know. She was all shook up. You know. And then I called her 2 days later. I go, hey, you know, I got back from Palm Beach. I go, what was that? You don't recognize my voice? She goes, I'll tell you what it was. Your sister was here. And, you know, and if my mother has one thing going on, she can't concentrate on another.
Oh, really?
Your sister was here, and we were in conversation, and then, you know, your father even says, whenever nothing goes on all day, then something happens, and then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose.
So you on the phone is
So having my sister over at the time that I call evidently threw her for a loop.
Wow.
All hell breaks loose.
She's like, nothing happens all day, then everything happens at once. I go, Mom, you got a phone call while Ellen was there. Tell me, tell me that's too much to handle? Well, your sister was there, and, you know, she was over, and... I go, I still think you should be able to recognize my voice. Well, we were involved, and we were talking, and you know, no one's ever over, and then all of a sudden, you're calling when she's there. It's like, you got to be kidding me. No wonder I can't do anything.
Maybe
no wonder everything.
Guys ought to visit more often.
You know, no wonder everything exhausts me. Well, my mom has this philosophy.
What?
Never do anything. One thing a day. Never more than one thing a day.
Oh, dear.
If I go shopping for groceries, that's it. That's what I do for the day.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's a good thing everybody doesn't have her philosophy.
And the reason you're always sick, meanwhile, I get sick like once a year.
And so does she.
Yeah. The reason you're always sick is because you do too much. And I see with the running around and busy, and you need your rest. I go, why did I call you? You need your rest.
Because right now, nothing's wrong with you. You're still getting...
I still get lectured. Because she knows something will go wrong with me. Eventually, I will get sick and die or something.
But wasn't she just sick? What happened with her?
Oh, that's different. The reason I don't know why I got sick. Because I get my rest. And your father rests. And we're a family that rests.
Oh, my.
Evidently, I get sick because she probably got sick because I don't rest. I was
Yeah,
worrying.
you're ruining it for
I
her.
worried that you didn't rest.
Yeah, she's stressed out.
From you're not resting.
And then she gets all upset about the FCC. She goes, what are they carrying on?
Well, is she writing to her congressman?
Please. She can't answer the phone. Write to her congressman. She ain't writing to anybody.
Get Senator Hillary on the phone.
My mom would be thrilled if I'm off the air. More rest. You'll rest, believe
Now
me.
you'll have time to rest.
Now you don't have to run around. You can rest.
Now you can do one thing every day.
One thing. You can wake up and then rest.
That's a good one thing to do, rest.
You know, my mom's into TM, which I'm into also, and it's about getting some rest. But
Right,
it's
but
rest.
so you can do things.
Yeah, so you can go
Not
out.
so you cannot.
She wants to just lay in bed. No, I said I'd read my book. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to make a living. Yeah.
It is true, though. Your programs can get so long, because at one point I was like, you know what? I spend most of my day with my eyes closed.
Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. All right, we got to take a break. We'll do the news for you when we get back. And thanks to Dan, the song parody man, for giving us the week. And by the way, there's a $25,000 salary provided by who? Is that Trim Spa?
Yes. Isn't it?
I hope so.
I believe it is.
Is it Trim Spa, Gary? Okay, Trim Spa. They're good, man.
But you'll have to show up every day for 3 months to get it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're going to have to work. Get John's job. Brought to you by Trim Spa. Completely ephedra-free Formula X32. 1-800-TRIM-SPA. Give them a call at trimspa.com. All right. And if you want to know how to get John's job, go on the website, howardstern.com. There's all kinds of info there for you. We'll be back right after this.
Don't listen to anyone who tells you that you're good looking because they're lying to you. You're so big and tall and ugly. You look like the Jew in the beanstalk, ugly dog.